Won't you come and say if you know the way to blue? Have you seen the land living by the breeze? Can you understand a light among the trees? Tell me all that you may know.
Hello, it's a new week and you find us on the Bridgewater Canal this week, and I've just had to do an emergency stop because we found some chicken of the woods growing on a tree. So Henry's gone off with his knife to see if he can reach it and cut it down. It's a really nice mushroom and you usually get lots of it when you find it. Oh, it looks like there's been success.
I didn't take it all.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, it's really fresh. That's going to be so nice. It's so pretty. So this is a great mushroom to find. It's grows on trees, and it's best if you find it on a hardwood tree or an old fruit trees. You often find it. If it grows on pine and stuff like that, it can give some people tummy upsets, but when you find it, it's very hard to mix it up with any other mushroom in this country. It's called Polypore sulphurus, and the sulphur refers to the lemon sulphur underneath. The top is orange, and you can tell when it's good to eat. It feels moist and it pulls apart easily, and it has a sort of long fibrous texture like chicken. So I'm just going to clean it by brushing off the little bits on top. I don't want to wash it because it'll absorb the water too much. But then I will drop it into hot water and parboil for a couple of minutes, and that will all go in the freezer. And then I'll keep some back and make something nice with it tonight, and I'll show you what that is. I'm not sure yet.
Have you seen the land living by the breeze? Can you understand a light among the trees? Tell me all that you may know. Show me what you have to show. Tell us all today if you know the way to blue.
And so we arrive in Limb for a 2-day stay in lovely sunshine. We've stayed here before and we know it's a really nice place for a stopover. We're taking ourselves for a little walk around Limb Dam today because it's such nice weather and it's due to rain for the next couple of days. And we've just seen that they're treating it here, and it looks like they're having a measure of success because I can't. Oh, there's one there which doesn't look very happy, which is good. But I can't see any more. You can smell the herbicide actually, can't you? Yeah, actually it's from yesterday when we were coming along the canal. There was a machine spraying herbicides, pesticides, whatever, along a field of wheat, and we instantly got this horrible taste in our mouth and our tongues, a sort of metallic chemical taste. So yeah, you end up eating that when you don't buy organic, I guess. Oh, that's rather nice here. There's a big list of rules up there which basically says that nothing is allowed on here except carp fishing, I think, by licence. Really nice, so keep walking around and see what else there is. Ooh, a secret door. That looks intriguing. What a nice colour.
Yeah.
You might have noticed at the beginning of this video a beautiful song that was playing, quite a melancholic song, and some of you might have spotted that the name of the song is the same as the name of our boat. The boat was named after a Nick Drake song, Way to Blue, and I found this chap, Nova Soon, and I'll put a link to his music in the description below. And I asked him at the weekend if I could use his tune on my vlogs, and he said he would be delighted if I did. So you'll hear a lot more of it. I'll use different bits of it. It's just a gorgeous song, and I love all of Nick Drake's music, so I hope you like it too. We noticed yesterday when we were cruising along the canal that this particular rhododendron is everywhere for miles and miles, and I mean, it looks very pretty, if a little exotic here, but it's terribly invasive. Nothing can grow underneath it. You have a problem with it in Sussex too. It's the same there. Parts of Sussex are literally ringed with rhododendrons, and they're displacing the indigenous planting. I don't know, I always think it just doesn't look, it just looks too exotic for this country. Henry's just noticed that this lime tree has grown its own buttresses. It's clever. Beautiful markings. So I'm cooking up the chicken of the woods now, and you can make a curry with it. It's perfect for chicken curry, but you don't want to mask the flavour of it because it has a really nice flavour, and I'm going to do something different with it tonight. I'm going to do a very basic fried onions and then garlic, and then I'm going to fry down the chicken of the woods. I haven't parboiled it because it's fresh. I'm going to put it straight into the oil, so it'll be garlicky and oily. And then when it's done, I'll put a bit of cream and a bit of lemon in it, and that's all you need to do really. You do need to make sure that it's cooked through well, so I'll cook it for long enough, just to make sure you don't get any digestive issues. I've never had any, but it is always good practice with a wild mushroom to cook it well. So that's cooked down for about 10 minutes now, and it's starting to turn golden. I've put on a withered old red pepper I had as well. So I'm going to add some cream. And some lemon. And then I'll simmer that for another 5 minutes or so. Okay, all done now. I'm going to just chuck some sumac on top. There we go, foraged, very cheap dinner and really tasty. Today we're not going to be able to go out much, so I'm glad we went out for a walk yesterday. The rain is insane. It's been going on for hours and there's an amber weather warning out for rain here. I've got the umbrella up over the door because it's too hot to have everything shut. And I've got all my plants outside having a nice drink, so taking advantage of that. And on a day like this, we have to really be careful of our power. We don't have gas by choice, but it does mean that if there's a day where we're getting absolutely no solar power in and the engine's not running, then we've got to really consider what we use. Knowing that it was going to rain like this today, we were forewarned. We turned the inverter off last night, so I woke up this morning to 71% power, which is just about enough to get us through the day if I don't bake a cake or something like that. We are in lovely Lim and we're going to go out for some breakfast anyway, and tonight I'll cook something that doesn't need much heating. I've got some cooked chicken in the freezer that I'll get out, so that will just have to be heated through. And I've got the storm kettle just outside the door, and if I take the umbrella down I can boil water without getting wet just by standing on the top step, because there's absolutely no wind today, so no smoke gets blown back in. So there's always ways of working with no power. Tomorrow we'll be moving on a little bit, so we'll get some more power from the engine. I just don't like running the engine to put power into the batteries. It sort of defeats the object of trying to be off grid and not having gas in the first place, and we don't have a generator, and we always manage somehow. So it's just, you just have to adapt your life differently, and those of you on boats, you'll all have different ways of doing this, I'm sure, but I just think ahead through the day and plan what we're going to eat without too much energy needing to be used. And this really illustrates what happens when you have heavy rain for 24 hours. This was just a little trickle over the weir yesterday, and it goes across the road and comes out the other side, and it's an absolute torrent now. And that's it, we're just about to leave lovely Lim again, and it's been a really nice stay here, but it has been raining non-stop for 24 hours. All the floodlocks are up again behind us on the Trent and Mersey, but luckily that is behind us, and all we can do is hope that the rain stops soon. Anyway, that's it for now. See you on the next video. Have a good week. I've only got to go back to Brighton for one more weekend, and then next week I'll be back on the boat and we can set the controls for the Heart of the Sun, or at least the River Link. So see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye.
Have you never heard a way to find the sun? Tell me all that you may know. Show me what you have to show. Won't you come and say if you know the way to blue?